In less than a week, I somehow have over 400 new friends and 20,000 people watched my first YouTube video. YouTube took my video and put it in front of a completely different audience, and I love that, honestly. Hi friends, it's Marissa. Welcome back to my Australia chapter. I am going to start a new series called Self-Care and Share, where I practice an act of self-care for myself, but I also speak freely to the camera. I want this to be kind of as unedited as possible, and I didn't really plan on making these videos so soon on my channel, but in less than a week, I somehow have over 400 new friends and 20,000 people watched my first YouTube video, which is insane to me. Thank you so much for being here. It just didn't feel right to jump into my other content without addressing my new audience. So hello, thank you for being here. Take a shot every time I say thank you in this video. Today I will be coloring. That's my act of self-care, creative self-care today. I do color on my iPad just because I have one suitcase to my name at the moment and I don't have the capacity to purchase a lot of items for the hobbies that I enjoy, so I make the most of what I already have. I'm going to be coloring from the Cozy Friends coloring book today on my iPad. I chose this little mouse because I resonated with this mouse. I think this mouse is me, speaking of one suitcase, but yeah, I wanted to thank you so much for being here. I'm glad that my first video resonated with a lot of people, and it's funny because I talked about this in my first video, and sorry that I'm referencing that a lot, but that's where most of you came from. So I wanted to share my story in coming to Australia on a work and holiday visa so that I could spread more awareness to my fellow US citizens, that this is possible, just because I feel like in our culture it is not talked about enough. I didn't even know what it was until I was almost ineligible for the work and holiday visa. So I wanted to really spread awareness, tell my story, inspire other people to come to Australia. I've already inspired one of my really good friends to come here. So yeah, I just thought that I had valuable information to share. And my video, like YouTube took my video and put it in front of a completely different audience. Most of you are from Australia and are older than me. And I love that, honestly. I love that something that I said resonated with you and that you stuck around to hear my story and my perspective of your beautiful country. And yeah, I'm just so here for it. So thank you for making me feel welcome. And thank you for your tips and advice. I've gotten so many comments um, from people all over the country. Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing stories with me. I feel like I'm already, creating a community with you all. And just know that I'm reading all of your comments, even if I don't respond to every single one. Um, I see you and I'm reading your story. Thank you so much. There was a comment from somebody who used to live in Lake Argyle as well. That's so cool. Um, there were so many comments from people who live in Melbourne. So hi to my fellow people in Melbourne. And so many nice comments about my mom as well. Oh my gosh. Some of those comments like actually made me emotional, like because you guys like don't even know me or my family really at all, and just to have a few comments saying like how amazing it is that my mom faced her fears of flying and came over to Australia, like oh my gosh, so nice. Just so kind. And Australians are just really so lovely. Like I've not had too many bad experiences at all in Australia. I think that's a question that I get a lot from people at home is like, what do they think of Americans in Australia? And I think that most people are just very kind and um, when I was working in cafes, my accent was always a conversation starter. And when I tell people I'm from California or from the US, I usually got very positive responses. Um, you know, Obviously, like with YouTube comments and things like that, there's going to be some not so nice comments, but I always think, I'm an optimist. I think that the good outweighs the bad in most scenarios. So, um, yeah, it is what it is. But in general, I've received nothing but kindness from people in Australia. And I, you know, it's like I really only had a couple of really negative customer experiences in cafes. Um, Everybody is really laid back and chilled here compared to the US, at least in my experience in the cities that I've lived in. Um, And I've even lived in London as well, so I have like a couple of different countries to compare things to. Um, but I think that Australians are like the most chill, laid back people that I've ever spent a significant amount of time around. And everyone just feels happier here. And honestly, I can see why. I feel really happy here too. I think it's a combination of a lot of things, but the lifestyle here is really, really great. Um, and to be transparent, I've been kind of having a little bit of a hard time since I've been back in Melbourne for about a little over a month now. Um, I know, like, in the grand scheme of things, that's no time at all, but I'm unemployed and I'm looking for a job and I'm not having the best luck right now um, with the job market. And I think it's just really easy for me to overthink things because I have a lot of time on my hands. So, yeah, I've decided to invest some of that time into YouTube, and here we are. And it's already become so good. Like it's already paying off way more than I expected to, um, so quickly. And yeah, I don't want to like bring the mood down at all, but all of that to say is like this has been like a light for me since I've been feeling kind of down these past few weeks. So thank you again for your nice comments and making me feel welcome on YouTube and following along in my journey, and yeah, for watching this video right now. This isn't the first time that I've talked about my experience online. I have made TikToks in the past year and a half, kind of documenting my Australia journey as well. But it's obviously a lot different from YouTube in that I have to, with TikTok, I had to put everything together in a nice little 2 to 3 minute video max. And I have a journalism background, like I have a journalism degree, so it's a challenge for me. I love telling stories and I love yapping as I'm doing right now. Um, and so, yeah, putting everything together in 2 or 3 minutes when I have so much more to say is really difficult. And I didn't really know if anyone would want to hear me talk for 20 minutes, but apparently 20,000 people did. That's crazy. Like 20,000 people. I have been to concert arenas that have 18 to 20,000 people, and that is insane. Like when I visualize, I'm such a visual person. When I visualize that many people watching me speak about being in another country, like that's crazy. I love it so much. But yeah, there were so many comments saying that I held your attention for the full 20 minutes and that you liked my way of storytelling. And I can't even tell you how much that means to me because like I said, I've always been a storyteller, mostly in writing. So I am practicing getting better at doing that on this scale as well, talking to the camera. So thank you for being patient with me as well while I navigate this new skill that I'm trying to perfect. And obviously, it's not going to be perfect, but you know what I mean. Um, so yeah, it just really means a lot. And I'm so glad that, that video resonated with everyone. Um, and I hope that you'll stick around as well because even though I'm in Australia right now, obviously my visa does have an expiry date. And I'm not going to be in Australia forever as much as I would love to. I do have to leave the country eventually if I want to continue, working. And um, I, like, as sad as that is. So I hope that you'll stick around even if I'm not in Australia and see what I have in store for my next few chapters for myself. I definitely want to make this channel something that is long lasting, and that's why I went with the name in this chapter with Marissa rather than, trying to center it around Australia. So that way my channel can grow with me, and I hope that you will also grow with me as I move on to my next chapter. But until then, obviously, we're in Australia for now. And yeah, I feel like I've been rambling for a long time already. I have said pretty much what I needed to say. I do want to finish this coloring page, but I just wanted to take out the time to thank you for being here. And I am so grateful for all of the love and the kindness that you have shown in the comments. I will go ahead and put the finished coloring page on here on the screen right now, so that way you can see what I ended up doing with this page. And I hope that this video inspired you to take some time out for yourself today. Please leave a comment below letting me know what you are doing to take care of you today. And I also would love to know what kind of content you would like to see from me. Obviously, like I said, I have content planned for my fellow Americans in the work and holiday visa realm, but let me know what you'd like to see from me because I'm curious. Thank you again for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!